Hello, dear viewers. Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're gonna go back to Boobhammer, our mighty Demonspawn wanderer. We just cleared the shoals, I believe. What else do we have here? We've done one level of the depths. Oh, we haven't done the vaults yet. That seems like a good thing to do. What's our potion situation here? We've got a lot of stuff. Okay. Just one scroll of blinking. That's fine, I guess. One to heal wounds. That's very nice. What rings are we using? +5 evasion. That seems fine. And this ring of wizardry, which I guess is helping us cast this stuff. Bound missiles 21%. For some reason, I feel like that used to be easier. Maybe I'm dyslexic and I thought it was 12%? Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, looks like we're hungry and we have some flesh already there. Nice, sea snake's flesh. Alright, so we must have just come from. Let's head to the vaults then. I am prepared. The fact that there are a couple of these guys, we'll do this and we'll let them come to me. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have wanted to take all of them on simultaneously. Probably could have gotten away with it, but let's see, we're Okawaru. All right, continuing along our journey. We used the barnacled rune that we just acquired. Alright. Here we have the vaults. Ooh, this is already looking to be a cool vaults level. The vaults used to be pretty predictable. There would just be one very, very, very large room with some smaller, like, square rooms in it. Now, there's sometimes these cool, twisty, sort of maze-like vaults. I like them a lot. I think it was a really good change. Really good addition. This game just keeps getting better and better as time goes by. It's so good. Let's duck around the corner here. What is our source of ranged business? Wands, I guess? Okay. Cool. We get a gift. A crossbow. Really? Oh, well, that's neat. I think that's an unrand art. Hellfire is awesome. Wow. It imbues bolts it fires with the raw power of its namesake. That is just really good. Hellfire is irresistible, ladies, gentlemen, and others. I'm sure we have some bolts somewhere that we can pick up. At the bottom of the shoals is where we left all our bolts. That's smart of us. Let's just go back to Dungeon 14 and pick up these bolts. We might as well get some more. I mean, this crossbow is cool enough that I feel fine about using it. I think we completed that labyrinth. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, okay, cool. So, let's see, items. Let's make this our primary. And good, it's already secondary. So we can switch back and forth. I'm even tempted to put points into crossbows at this stage in things. Like, that's a weapon that will, like, oh, we already have points in crossbows. No wonder. Yeah, let's funnel some more in there. Like, this is just so good. It makes us vulnerable to cold, so that is something we need to be aware of. But, I mean, we have a pip of resist cold anyway. We are not vulnerable with this on. Granted, we don't need the additional resist fire. I guess we already have 2 sources of it. Our flush is heat resistant, and we have molten scales. Okay, so the resist fire plus is not the craziest thing in the world, but the hellfire is, most certainly. Okay, let's go back to the bolts. That was a really cool find. This guy just has been showered with great stuff. Some of it is Okawaru helping us out. Like, that was a god gift. But some of it is just pure luck. Man, those convokers, they call other enemies from around the level. Oh, we're drained. Shame. Shame for the drain. It's okay, though. Oh man, that's cool. It basically shoots fireballs. That's awesome. It's really cool. Model dragons can be a source of model dragon armor. Or they're a source of model dragon hide, which you can enchant to turn into model dragon armor. And, oh, that's just so cool. That crossbow is neat. I feel like I've been having a lot of fun runs lately, for one reason or another. The Chabrietos run that I did recently was just so much fun. Tons and tons of fun. This run is really neat. Even poor Smorgasbord was fun for a while. I felt like he kind of dropped off after a little bit, but you know, he did some work. My crossbow is better than your crossbow. So much better. Ooh, and we have bolts of penetration now. Bolts of frost won't do any good for us, but let's see if this is not remotely as good. Okay. Just out of curiosity, you know, since we found another artifact, had to check it out. I like those little blah. Oh man, that's just so powerful. I like it a lot. Taste our hellfire. Man, that's neat. I'm gonna have to restrain myself a little bit so I don't just use up all my bolts shooting out crazy fireballs. That's awesome. One of the tier 3 Demonspawn mutations that you can get lets you it gives you an evocable source of hellfire. It's bonkers. I think it counts as a breath weapon. So it's not free. It's not completely free, but that's totally cool. We don't have that. We have augmentation, which is also excellent. It's extremely good. Augmentation increases our damage, accuracy, and spell power when we are at high health. Max health being, 100% of the bonus, and scaling downward from there. You want to fight with crossbows? I'll fight you with crossbows. This is a great sort of draining. Yikes. It's kind of intimidating. I'm not too concerned, though. Oh, man. Yeah, the augmentation is really neat with a pair of embroidered... Oh, I see. We just can't really see the... I think we already have quite good gloves. +1 gloves of strength. So these could be something wild and crazy. I don't know. Boom! I guess we can't use it on things next to us. That's kind of a shame. And it's probably incredibly loud. I imagine that it alerts everything within a significant radius every time we use it. But that's fine. I mean, we're not really trying to be stealthy anyway. This mace of stealthiness served us well in the early game, for sure. Oh, that's probably why things are harder to cast, because we're not wielding that. That's fine. That's okay. Let's chop that one up. Let's try these gloves on. Cursed +0 gloves. Boring. What else are we doing here? Repel missiles. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. Okie dokie. Ba-ba-bum. Stone of Tremors. How's our evocations? Not bad. Worth picking up. That, like, ruptures the ground around us and summons some earth elementals to... Ah, Guardian Serpent, eh? Blat. Man, that's cool. Crossbows are strong anyway. +6/+6 is strong anyway. Hellfire is insane. Wand of Draining is unknown, but that's not... I mean, I don't care. We'll just ID any wands we pick up. We already have or Rod of Shadows. I think we even have a +1 Rod of Shadows. Yeah, I don't really care. I guess that has more charges than ours does, but bleh. Whatever. We're not using it all that frequently anyway, because we have blat. This crazy bow. Crossbow, rather. Scimitars we don't care about. One of these days I'll actually play a character that specializes in swords that survives past the first level or two of the dungeon. Swords are really neat. They are fairly equally balanced between strength and dexterity, with only the heaviest swords being weighted towards strength, and even then it's 60-40. So you can build these cool sort of... It scales well with basically all the equipment you get. So like a high elf with some points in long blades and some points in spell casting seems neat. Simulacrum seem like they don't appreciate Hellfire much. Yeah. Oh, that's just so much fun. It feels like cheating. Just a continuous reusable source of Hellfire. We can use it 120 times in a row. More than that even. I don't care. It's awesome. Fire Dragon Hide. Fire Dragon Hide is good, but we don't need it even slightly. We have, you know, super fire resistance naturally, and there's no reason to do that. I mean, our Pearl Dragon Armor gives us resist negative energy, which is also helpful to have a source of, especially late game. We're going to really appreciate that. In fact, we're going to want more. But, yeah. We're having fun. We're strong. I bet I can beat this guy. That's the kind of phrase that gets you killed, by the way. I bet I can beat this guy doing X. That could be anything from fighting 4 guys at once to fighting 2-3 rooms full at once. Let's teleport. This is just a very precarious situation here. I mean, we can kill a couple guys before we go, but yeah. I don't think we would have lost that fight, but you know, better safe than sorry for sure. And we've got plenty of teleportation. We have Blar. So satisfying. Preserver is sharing the wounds of these trolls, which is fine, because the trolls aren't scaring me. A Morning Star. What is it? A bad Morning Star of Protection. We'll carry it around in case we get into an AC fight that's troubling us. One thing I may do for the extended endgame with this character, because that is our goal. We are going to the extended endgame. We're going to do a ziggurat with this guy. That's my desire. I may, at some point, eventually switch gods. I may abandon Okawaru. Shh, don't tell him. Because Okawaru's, like, punishment, his wrath is not that strong. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not scared of Orc Priest anymore. I don't know why I was avoiding that one. His wrath is not terrible. Like, he summons dudes that attack you. That's about it. Ow? Whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my fireball is more powerful than yours, buddy. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, We're really strong. I mean, this Pearl Dragon armor is effectively an artifact. I mean, it only gives us resist negative energy, but we've enchanted it up to +7, which is huge. It has a base armor rating of 10, which is the same as like full plate armor, but it only has an encumbrance rating of 11, so we can still cast spells. It's highly unlikely that we will find a better armor than this, considering that we do kind of want to cast some of our spells periodically. Not necessarily in combat, but, I mean, I don't want to have to take off my armor. See, the cool thing about Hellfire, it's irresistible. Although, that dragon seems to not have suffered too much damage from it. It's, yeah, just a ton of damage. We took some damage there too, but, you know, whatever. I ain't concerned. Cool, and we finished exploring right next to a staircase down. Alright, the vaults doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Especially now that we have the Hellfire bow. Oh, that's just so cool. So cool. Let's close this door. So we have a neat little hidey hole, kinda. Some ways to block off. Okay, this is more of the classic vaults level. Like some open spaces. Ow. Let's get repel missiles back up. We could have Hellfired him down. I don't super want to use that bow very first thing on an unexplored level. Out in the open. It's just many variables and slightly not in our favor. Here, though, seems like a fine place to use it. Eat my Hellfire, dudes. Alright, now we actually have to switch to a melee weapon. Reached level 20, got a point in our strength, which is fine. It's fine by us. This demon whip is actually weighted towards dexterity. It's not really our ideal weapon, but until we find a like an artifact evening star, I don't know. I don't see any reason not to use it. The reason why I started using it originally was because I thought that we still got a bonus from it because we're Demonspawn. We do not. They took out the racial bonuses. Which is kind of a shame, but, you know, whatever. It's probably a healthy change for the game, honestly. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's a bad change. Alright, here we've got to start doing this kind of business. There were actually some pretty powerful demons there. Fortunately, we were not mutated by any of them. A number of demons can mutate you. But we do have an Amulet of Resist Mutation for when we start bumping into them. In the meantime, we're definitely keeping on this Amulet of Clarity. Holy Wrath is bad for us. Glad he was not more proficient with his weapon. We can get a shot of Hellfire in on it. Blat! It's only half a turn to switch weapons, so I feel like it's worth the free hit, since this Hellfire is just tearing things up. I'll probably get crossbows to, I don't know, level 10, maybe. I don't need it to be too terribly high. We're fairly proficient with it. We're wielding a shield, so our crossbow's rate of fire is going to be low anyway. I just wanted an extra couple of points in it for the accuracy, mostly. Not that we have to worry too much, since Hellfire has a pretty... I think it just explodes on contact every time. I don't know for sure, but it's reasonable to assume that it's very hard to actually miss with this, which is awesome. Do we have enough bolts? I think we have enough bolts. I think we can... might as well leave it on. Like, we're not anywhere near our... Oh, we are actually kind of near our carrying capacity. Yeah, let's definitely turn off bolts for now. 200 is too many. I'm used to our... I'm used to following Chabritos and having essentially infinite strength. Not quite, but it's a lot. It's as much with any race following Chabritos as like a wand of hasting. Alright, I don't think we can lose short of hubris. We will definitely reach the extended endgame if I'm not stupid. That's a tall order, by the way, but I should be able to win with this character, with this Wand of Hasting. A reusable, reliable source of haste that is decoupled from Okawaru. Like, even after we abandon Okawaru, we will have a reusable source of haste. It's not perfect. It's not, you know, it's not infinite. We have a finite number of scrolls of charging throughout the game. Unless we go scumming in the Abyss or Pandemonium. Scumming is the term for, like, if you play an MMO, it's the same as grinding. It's repeatedly just crawling around a dungeon with no... Like, you're not going anywhere, you're just trying to get experience and loot by doing the same thing over and over again. This game actively discourages grinding, and it does that in a number of ways. You can't sell to shopkeepers, so there's no incentive to hoard items, short of, you know, creating a useful stash of things you might use later. And they're the only places that are truly infinite in generation, like the Abyss. Ooh, a shiny shield. Oh, no, we don't want to keep disrobing when there's a dragon in our face. I bet there's an altar of Kiku Bakudka, or Iredelimul. I don't even know how to pronounce. Iridelimnul. Iridelimnul, I think that's it. Iridelimnul. Or Kiku Bakudka. They're two of the evil gods. Oh, no, it's just the entrance to the crypts. Right, the crypts. Those are scary. Fairly scary. The tomb is really the scary one. The tomb is just super frightening, but we will tackle it eventually with this character. That's my goal. To get all 15 runes of Zot. It's a tall order, but I think we can do it. We have an excellent start, at least. We have a very powerful set of equipment here that we're working with. Let's explore this one too. We have a strong set of mutations that are not going to fall off too much late game. Like, the slaying is going to be strong through the end game, and then the spell power will kick in the extended end game. Like, because eventually you train up. I mean, if you play the game long enough, you will train all of your skills up to level 27. That takes, you know, multiple ziggurats, for example, but you know, so it goes. But I mean, after like a ziggurat, you'll probably have enough experience to level one of the spellcasting skills from 0 to, I don't know, a lot, 15 at least, maybe 20, probably more than that if you completed the whole ziggurat. Yikes, this is kind of hairy. Not too bad though. If this stone giant will actually close with us, there we go. The troll was the least threatening thing there. He served as an excellent meat shield for us. Vampire mosquitoes. We can't eat those. Sacrifice. Yeah, ignore it. Whatever. Rakshasa, that's actually kind of dangerous. Let's use Hellfire. I like this plan. Cool. Move towards the Kobold Demonologist so he couldn't just flood us with summons. An Amulet of Rage. We already have one of those. We don't care. No, let's actually drop something. We don't need bolts of poison. Steel bolts are kind of cool, I guess. I'm pretty sure that Hellfire destroys the bolt no matter what, so it's not like we can recover our ammunition anyway. Man, this crossbow is just so good. Let's go ahead and switch back to that, and turn on Heroism. Why not? No real reason not to when we're fighting some dudes. I mean, I guess it uses a little bit of piety, but whatever. Ain't no thing. It's a minuscule amount of piety compared to how much we're getting from killing all of these guys. We kill things rapidly and efficiently, and we're sacrificing most of them. Like, our equipment is so good that we don't have to worry too much about being the appropriate level for, like, either skill or character level for where we're at. I mean, we're at about the right place anyway, just because we've been tromping through the dungeon. We can drop this rotting flesh. Probably should drop some things off at the stash at some point. I will after I clear this floor. That seems like a good place to stop the video anyway. An unknown wand. Interesting. I guess we already found a Wand of Hasting at some point, because that was identified when we picked it up. Maybe we just used up all its charges and left it for dead. Bolt of Frost won't do anything with our Hellfire. What is this wand? Frost? Terrible. Not even worth carrying around with us. Wands of Frost and Flame, the two sort of low-level elemental wands, and Wand of Magic Darts are only good the first, like, maybe 5 levels of the dungeon. Ooh, this is a nice little vault. It's a vault in the vaults. Get it? Haha. Please think I'm clever. What is this? +3 Ring of Strength. That's meh. I mean, we'll cart it back to our stash, but I highly doubt we'll ever use it. We can turn off Wands of Random Effects and Wands of Flame and Wands of Frost and Wands of Magic Darts and Wands of Paralysis and Wands of Slowing and Wands of Polymorph. These are all the wands that basically by now, Confusion, are not any good to us. So we don't need to pick them up automatically. In fact, we don't want to pick them up at all because they'll just clutter our inventory and make our life more difficult. I cannot fathom the circumstances that would require me to have a Wand of Frost. Or thinking, oh, if only I had had a Wand of Frost, I could have survived this situation. No, it's not going to happen. This guy, I don't even know if he had anything left to summon. Scroll of Enchant Weapon 2, we'll just throw that onto our Demon Whip. It's unlikely that we'll find a better weapon than this Demon Whip that is not an artifact and therefore impossible to enchant. Ah, good, it went up. Oh, we still have to put on this shield. +1 shield of protection. Hey, strictly better than our +0 shield. That's quite nice. Extra armor class is swell. I mean, I would have preferred it to be a shield of reflection, most certainly, but protection is fine. I mean, any egoed shield is worth using. And we have our shield skill at the requisite amount to not suffer any penalty to our melee attacks or spellcasting. Let's just eat one of these bread rations and calm down. Yeah, we have some good utility stuff. Yeah, we're in a good spot. All right, well, I'll go ahead and end the video here, dear viewers, and just return to the stash on my own and do some stash work. I may start it up there next time, or I may return here. But regardless, thanks for watching. I'm having a lot of fun with Boobhammer. I think we're really strong. That crossbow was an excellent pickup. It just gave us our, from now to end game, reliable ranged damage source. Not as useful in the Hells. I think there's actually some stuff maybe resistant to Hellfire there. I'm not sure. But at least, normal resistance to fire. Oh, that's just so cool. It even has a neat graphic. Just flame on the end of it. All right, well, thanks for watching, dear viewers. As always, I appreciate you spending your time with me. It's fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you too. See you next time.